What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades and we're continuing our Let's Play of Lucid9. Last time we left off, we had a really weird game of let's see who we can snoop on the most. And it seems that our character literally knows nothing about everyone else in the group. Unfortunate, but it just shows that there's a lot of development left waiting to happen. So anyway, now we're going to go into the last two events. I think I'll be able to finish them by today, on this day, but who knows. So let's just get started, shall we? A pop-up box in the upper corner of the map catches my attention. Live, Lemnisket Bot Showcase, the future of gaming. Intrigued, I note that the showcase is located further down the path. Say, what do you guys think about this? I'm pointing at the announcement. Robots? Say, Cap, do you think they'll be fighting giant monsters? I can say with certainty that they won't. Sounds fun. I say we give it a shot. Okay, any objections? Yes, your shoes, minion, need an upgrade. Why haven't you bought a new pair since I first met you? Objections to the bot showcase. Let's go. Wait, smiling? Genuinely? For non-food related reasons? I don't think I've ever seen Airi so excited. We can pop by. If it's not interesting, we'll go do something else. Water. A necessity. No one else says a word. I take it as confirmation and head down the path. Just behind a metal building, a modest portable stage is set up, flanked by screens projecting a live closer viewing. A row of assorted small mechas are lined up on the edge of stage, in front of which it stands a Lemnisket representative. It's Gopher Mecher, but in real life! We settle right in front of the stage. There's not many viewers beside us. Looks like the staff is still setting up. I wonder if they'll let people try them. I hope so. What's the use of a showcase if the target audience can't even try it? I don't know. These kind of things usually involve demonstration matches to make the technology look a lot better than it actually is. It does seem likely. They may just choose a victim to beat up. That ain't fair. That ain't fair, man. Whoever they choose to represent Lemnisket will probably be as unstoppable as the final boss. It does not matter. It is a game, and games are supposed to be played by the rules. I'm about to ask Airi what exactly this cryptic piece of information means, but a blast from the speaker quickly ends our conversation. Come on, come all, and see for yourself at the top of the line fighting bots straight from Lemnisket Laboratories. Robotics fans, you might want to listen up. A crowd behind us begins to form, attracted by the representative's announcement. I notice that a wide majority of people are young adults. Lemnisket definitely knows our target audience. This is one of the star beta testers, Raiden Rumble Ajibana. He'll be showing you some of the awesome stuff that this new generation of bots can do. The representative steps back from the stage, leaving room for a big man with short cropped hair to step to the front, holding up his robot of choice. It's medium-sized, around as big as my head, sleek in shape and boasting beautiful colors of deep cobalt and silver. The crowd oohs and ahs in anticipation. Ooh, mama, I gotta get one of those. The beta tester Rumble steps back and gently lays the robot on the stage. Camera zoom in for a better view, ready to capture the action. I thought they would be big robots for some reason. Probably Yahiko. The crowd waits with bated breath as Rumble cracks his knuckles. He holds out his hand into which the representative places a sleek controller. The Mayfly sits. Performance duties required, and it is no more. And suddenly the robot is alive in a world of silver and blue, leaping around the stage like a dancing grasshopper. Rumble smiles confidently as his hand hovers fly over the controller, stringing together flawless combos like the world's most skilled fighting gamer. Wow. Art in movement. Amazing. The crowd claps wildly. I already see several young men digging out their phones and punching rapidly at the screen, no doubt reworking their budget. I might not understand gaming, but I can definitely appreciate skill. Rumble brings the routine to a slow, letting the robot pirouette like a professional ballerina before sweeping into a curtsy. He's met with an even louder round of applause. Thank you, Rumble. Wonderful work. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to open the floor. Would anyone like to face Rumble? The representative grins with a slight touch of cockiness. I'll make you guys a deal. If you manage to defeat Rumble in a best of 3, you can take one of these robots home with you. With confidence I've never seen before, Airi shoots her hand in the air. As the rest of us balk openly at her, the representative's eyes sparkle, no doubt seeing a small girl as easy prey for Rumble. Miss, coming up to the stage! Airi gracefully, a little too gracefully, vaults onto the stage, ignoring the representative's extended hand. What's your name, miss? Airi Higara. Hiraga, my bad. I said something from Homeworld instead. I see that you're wearing an academy uniform. What year are you in? 2nd. And how are you finding it? Fine. Great conversationalist, I see. So, why do you want to try your hand against Rumble, if I might ask? Airi stands blankly at her hand for a long moment. Oh, she might not know what try her hand actually means. I'm not trying. Whoa, what bold words! Miss Hiraga claims she doesn't even need to try against Rumble. I'm pretty sure that's definitely not what Airi meant. Rumble, what do you have to say to that? The insect believes. itself to be king over insignificance. The insect believes itself to be king over insignificance. He's speaking in haikus. Why? And Rumble's retort is just as strong. Well, folks, are you excited or what? The crowd cheers, egged on by the representative's skilled hype building. I find myself wishing for Airi to crush Rumble to the ground. Airi has a tough road ahead of her. The rep's just twisting her words, man. It builds hype. It's exciting in my opinion. Come on, guys, let's root for Airi. Give me an A. Hey. Give me an I. I. Give me an... Shush, they're talking. The disorganized team cheer immediately dies down as the representative pulls the microphone back to her lips. Let's see... Oh, it's a... I thought it was just a random, like, dude. Sorry for assuming gender. But I already picked the voice, so it's too late now. Let's see what a bot challenger will select for herself. Miss Hiraga, feel free to pick any of the bots from the row. Airi contemplatively paces down the row, stopping from time to time to feel less like she's struck with indecision and more like she's examining the bots down to their basic molecules. Pick the coolest one. Pick the cutest one. Pick the most effective one. Pick the one you can beat them with. Pick the most innovative one. Pick a peck of pickled peppers. Okay, I'll take it. Airi ignores the incoherent din from our group and eventually settles on a humble, boxy little bot at the end of the line. The guy goes completely silent in shock at her decision. Tell me about this bot. Are you sure about your choice? I need more information. Ah, right, this tricky little guy. Most of the testers weren't exactly sure what to do with him. He looks very intimidating, but don't be mistaken. If you play your cards right, you can change his form by extending or contracting the panels on all of his sides. It's extremely flexible, hence why testers still have to go to figure out what the best way to use him. I see, he is challenging. The most, but not very beginner-friendly, Miss Hiraga. Then I select him. Oops. I turned on self-voicing by accident. Why does it sound like she's looking more for a challenge than a victory? Now it says it's disabled. Okay. Very well. Our ambitious challenger is certainly looking for an upset. Let's get ready for round one. Airi sets her humble little bot at the edge of the ring, exactly opposite Rumble's bot. The representative's hands her a controller. Airi frowns when she sees it. Is this for the bot? Of course. It's certainly not for my television. The crowd's answering chuckle almost drowns out Airi's response. It looks exactly like Rav Red. The representative completely ignores her and instead lifts her hand into the air, ready to cue the match. Rav Red, what the heck is that? Round one is Rumble versus Challenger, and fight! Fight! The crowd cheers at the representative, chops her hand down, the stage erupts with lights signifying the start of the round. For a moment, Rumble charitably sits back, letting Airi experiment with her bot. From what I can tell, it's essentially a box on wheels. Watch it roll forward, watch it roll back, watch it roll side to side. Then one side falls down. No, wait, the entire side is a matrix of smaller panels. Interesting. Seems like the entire box can be transformed, give or take a few limitations. But instead of experimenting further, Airi only retracts the panel and extends the opposing side. Seems like she really doesn't know what to do. Oh, I don't see it that way. What do you mean? You should ask Yahiko. He plays quite a few games, you know. Since when has Misaki known Yahiko more than me? My curiosity overtakes me and I echo over to Yahiko. Do you know what she's doing? She's trying to basic attack next. I watch the stage. Sure enough, one of the robot sides turns away and swivels on a tiny limb like a miniature sharp-edged shield. Now a 6A 214B. A what? When the box repeats a shield cut attack, I suddenly hoist the panel over behind it. Yahiko seems extremely pleased. She might try something a little bit more complex next, like a 6A 8-hit C 6C 2D. I don't know what these words mean. Are those actual gaming terms? Like fighting game terms? I don't get it. The clumsy-looking box suddenly moves in a whirl of rotating panels. I can't tell what's happening, but it seems like just to make Yahiko more excited. I knew it, just like Rav Red. What's Rav Red? He doesn't answer me because Rumble has started to move. His bot elegantly skates around Airi's, which is still rolling cheerily around, flipping its sides. One quick sharp blow sends the poor boxy bot crashing straight into the edges of the ring. Ooh, that's gotta sting! Switching to a wrestler voice now. The bot shakily rights itself and starts wheeling away from Rumble, tearing around the ring like a panicking civilian in the middle of a war zone. Even as it flees, I see Airi experimenting with some structural changes like extending, flipping, and warping its panels to create different shapes. She doesn't even try to land an attack on Rumble's bot. Basically, she's trying to understand the bot's identity. She's going through its moves systematically. You think she has a chance? Only if she finds something really unique that beta testers would never expect. Unfortunately, at this moment, when Rumble predicts Airi's walk path and flies at her bot, crushing it decisively into the ground. The representative whips her hand down even as segments inside bot piece it back together. The winner of this round is Rumble! The crowd politely claps. It's clear that to their eyes, Airi does have a fraction of the chance against an experienced beta tester. But I saw some problems in the way that she was messing with the form of her bot. A bot with structural changes. As you can see, it only takes a few seconds for a bot to repair itself. No more long waiting between rounds. Players, are you ready? Oops. I hit the button again. Airi nods quietly, a faint smile flickering across her lips. Rumble says nothing. Round 2, and fight. This time, Rumble immediately explodes into action. His bot leaps gracefully at Airi's. Airi barely manages to swerve it away before the ground where was standing is angrily dented. Rumble's assault is relentless. He never allows a single second for Airi to recover, chasing doggedly after her bot without a break. Not once does his bot lose its footing or crash into the wall, such the extent of his control. And then, right before his latest jump is about to crash into Airi flattens her bot to have its original width and with a swirling mass of panels, narrowly dodging Rumble's strike. She takes a split second required for Rumble's recovery to bounce back to its original size, slamming panels straight into Rumble's back in an unhurried, smooth combo. Hero grins widely as Airi's bot pummels Rumble around a terrifying wall pin. Dude, her combos are slick. I should fight her sometime. As he finishes the sentence, Rumble's bot suddenly shimmers and gives off a short pulse of energy, sending Airi's bot flying back. A kinetic burst? That's interesting. Dude, I didn't know these bots had bursting. I have no clue what he's saying, but it doesn't stop me from enjoying the match. Airi's clearly getting the hang of her bot. She changes into diagonals, L-shaped patterns, and even faux curves to dodge Rumble's attacks. Sometimes his bot lands a glancing blow, but it's never severe enough to catch her in a combo. Finally, she manages to curve around his bot and slam one final combo into its backside, sending it crashing into the ring. The crowd claps, but this time they seem much more impressed. Even the representative looks surprised. Solid display, challenger! The round goes to you! Rumble's face is completely motionless. He doesn't even look dismayed. Dude, this next round's gonna be so intense. What do you mean? You'll see. Within seconds, Rumble's bot has reassembled itself and returned to its original position. Airi is smiling in utter satisfaction, as if she completely forgotten that the audience exists at all. Maybe she's just having fun playing with the bot. The final deciding round, ladies and gentlemen. Will Rumble be able to redeem himself, or will the challenger score unprecedented underdog win? 3, 2, 1, fight! If I thought the last match was intense, this is the one of just a blur of color and motion. It's clear that Rumble is no longer holding anything back. His bot moves with crazy speed, but above all, total control and precision. Airi's movements are clearly rougher, even though she's mastered the structural reorganization of her bot. It almost looks like she's not used to 3D space. Come on, Airi, you can do it! The fate of the world rests on your shoulders, chosen one. Airi barely skates out of Rumble's favored landing combo, but she turns so sharply that her bot stumbles away. Rumble's lips twitch into a smirk. It was an honor, but your time draws to an end. May you make your peace. And he hits her solidly, sending her bot flying into the air. Yahiko winces. It's over. Air combo into ground pound. Those are definitely fighting game terms, because I've watched Octopimp play some nice games, and he said these a couple times. But as Rumble leaps after Airi, she flies into a vertical plank that better cuts through air resistance, falling before he can land a blow. Although surprised, Rumble reorients his bot to hold out its foot for a single devastating dive kick. I don't see how she can get out of this. Trying to change forms and move will take too long, but she can't move while she's still a plank. And if she does return to her usual form, the kick will put so much heavy damage on the bot that I don't see her recovering the match. This must be the end of the series. Then I see Airi's finger flying over the controller and her boxy bot rapidly disassembling into a condensed brick. And then I understand. As Rumblebot soars forward, foot extended, ready to strike the killing blow, Airi's bot melts into an indestructible brick settled on the ground, biding its time. And then, just at the right moment, Airi mashes her hand on the controller. The metal springs upward, slapping right into Rumble's bot, and sproing, as if in slow motion. Rumble's bot sails into the air, flipping into a perfect double axle, head over heel, right over the bounds of the fighting box, and plummets into the middle of the audience. Silence stretches as the crowd tries to process what just happened. The mic drops from the representative's hand, barely and mercifully muted in time before it hits the stage. Rumble stares blankly at his controller as if he's trying to wake himself from a dream. Airi stands blankly under her controller as if suddenly and uncontrollably hungry. First, fists of our cheering team are stopped mid-pump in the air, looking like we're in the middle of a half-hearted fist fight. And then, the winner of the round, and therefore the set, is Airi Hiraga, the new challenger. The representative numbly stammers these words, still in shock. Another moment of dead silence passes, and the crowd erupts to cheers. She did it, dude! Look at the moves! Look at the plays! Airi, what was that? She won! She really won! That was incredibly impressive. The tiny one's got some surprises up her sleeve. And I scored a perfect shot of the winning moment. Airi stands to her feet with a broad smile, bowing politely at her opponent. Rumble doesn't seem the least bit irritated. Truly, on this day, we have met well in wartime. Challenger Airi. He bows his head in respect, solemnly walks into the crowd to pick up his bot, and disappears behind the stage. Wow, how incredible! Despite all odds, it seems as if the challenge has come away victorious. Miss Hiraga, what are your thoughts on... Miss Hiraga? But Airi, as they walk to the edge of the stage, seemingly ignorant of the representative's query, she quietly leaps down only to get swarmed by her group. Good job. Good job, Airi. That was amazing. You really showed them. How are you able to understand the system so quick? The controller plays just like Rav Red. The fighting game, right? Yes, you play? But of course, you see, the Rav Red Mecha Warrior was actually the inspiration for the design of President J. Graves' bot. Just like all roads lead to Rome, all of Yahiko's comments lead to Grover Mecha. I see. Perhaps we should play sometime. She sounds hesitant at the idea, but I can't discern why. Maybe she doesn't want to play with Yahiko, but then she wouldn't make the offer in the first place. I'm down. They walk back down the road, chattering eagerly about video games, of all things, completely ignoring the hapless representative. Come to think of it, wasn't Airi supposed to win one of the bots? Not that she seems to care. I wonder if we should accept Airi's robot for her. It's not our choice, Miki. I know. I lead the group back to the map, showing some mercy on the poor representative. After all, our higher-ups can't be too happy about bargaining a new prototype on a whim. It's probably best if we let this be, considering the only person who deserves to care is Airi. And Airi, well, she seemed happier about playing with the bot than the actual victory itself. Airi and Yahiko are already waiting for us by the campus map. Dude, you guys are so slow. Maybe you're just always in a rush to go places. Some people like leisurely walks. Leisurely walks? We don't have time for that. Look at all the stuff we gotta hit. Yama, my minion, lead us on. We have a good head for efficiency. Do you really have that much left to explore? I took a look at the map to verify what we have left. We just have the tech showcase, and I have 2.5 minutes. So I'm gonna let it run for that 2.5 minutes because I do want to just even out this part, but I will end it if I need to end it. My eyes are drawn to a large, oddly shaped building at the center of the map. It's clearly the biggest attraction in the park. What exactly do they have at this tech expo? Oh, you mean what don't they have? You can pretty much find every Lambda-Skit device on display there. Even their new tech hasn't been released yet. Considering the building's size, I can see how they accommodate it all. It says here they're holding some kind of lottery drawing for weed? I'll double check to see whether I read that correctly. Surely they don't mean what I'm thinking, do they? What? Why would they be giving that away at a drawing? I'm puzzled as well. Someone mind explaining to me what weed is? WEED is just an acronym for Wall Electric Energy Director. It's a new Lambda-Skit cell phone that can run on power from a wall socket even without a battery. That sounds like an underwhelming feature to be so hyped about. We should go. This is an opportunity to introduce you to the world of technology, Yama. I feel like you just wanted to go for this weed. Not at all. I only suggest this for your sake. If you stay ignorant about today's technological innovations, you know better than a Neanderthal. They did invent the wheel, so it's not like they weren't smart. In response to my sarcasm, Misaki looks me dead in the eye. It's the same glare that she used to give me before she dragged me somewhere against my will. We're going. And just as I predicted, she takes hold of my arm, pulling me toward the direction of the expo. What about the others? Oh, I'm sure they'll follow. No need to worry about them. Okay, now I'm gonna end the part here. So anyway, that was interesting. This rounds out this recording session. I know I have 2 more parts for the rest of the week. Or 1, I'm not entirely sure. I haven't edited all the bits that I have for the next couple weeks. So anyway, this was fun. This was really, really fun. I know I missed this game, but I was expecting a little bit more dark humor or just dark things to happen. But I guess next recording session will be when that happens. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from the series, hit that subscribe button. And you're not exiting the Shadyverse. My name is Shades, and I hope you have enjoyed your day in the shade. See you guys later.